All right. Anytime now.
The most be gentle in the London he did dwell, and he had the known thy daughter, and the truth to her I'll tell. And hold the lily ho, then hold the lily ho.
How about now Jack's going a sailing?
And Jack is gone a sailing, but troubles on his mind, unbelieving of his country, he left his darling girl behind. And hold the lily ho, then hold the lily ho. But then Jack is there. I'll give you one verse of this one or two.
All right, you go right ahead.
Now just wait till I see what goes to start there. I know, I bet that was the first.
That is the beginning, isn't it?
I think it is.
All right, you just go right on then.
The need desired does supply the thread that runs so truly. A many a bow have I let go because I wanted you. Because I wanted you. Because I wanted you. A many a bow have I let go because I wanted you. Down on this carpet you must kneel, just as the grass grows o'er the field. Salute your bride and kiss the sweet, and then arise upon your feet.
That's good. There's a waiting for a partner. Does that come into it?
The change. And then the song, the need desire does supply the thread that runs so truly. And many a lass have I left past because I wanted you. Because I wanted you, because I wanted you, and many a lass have I left past because I wanted you. Down on this carpet you must kneel, just as the grass grows o'er the field. Salute your bride and kiss so sweet, and then arise upon your feet. Now there was mine, but I can't get that half of it.
All right.
Go choose your east, go choose your west. Go choose the one that you love best. If he's not here to take your part, go choose another with all your heart. And come down on this carpet you must kneel, just as the grass grows o'er the field. Salute your bride and kiss so sweet, and then arise upon your feet.
All right.
King Williams was King James's son, and from a royal race he sprung.
Wore a star.
He wore a star upon his breast to show that he was loyal best. Down on this carpet you must kneel, just as the grass grows o'er the field. Salute your bride and kiss so sweet, and then arise upon your feet.
Good. I reckon. All right, let's go.
You ready?
Yep.
Come down the stairs, pretty Peggy, oh, come down the stairs, pretty Peggy, oh. She came tripping down the stairs, combing back her yellow hair, takes the last farewell of her mammy, oh. Oh. It is not the soldier that's speaking to you. It is not the soldier that's talking to you. Oh, what would your mammy think if she'd hear the guineas chink and the soldiers marching before you? Oh.
George, that's it. That's the old
That's it. I haven't got that. Come down yesterday, an old man now go there. He was as old as I am now when he sang.
All right.
My pretty girl, won't your boy come? My pretty girl, won't your boy come? My pretty girl, won't your boy come to help you on your journey? Give him a kiss and then he'll come. Give him a kiss and then he'll come. Give him a kiss and then he'll come to help you on your journey.
Good.
Now that there's...
All right.
How oft we talked of childhood joys, of tricks we used to play upon each other while at school to pass the time away. The boys and girls would oftentimes go fishing in the brook with spoons of bed, some fishing lines and banded pins for hooks that too high.
Why don't you try a little bit down?
So, we'll start it over again.
All right.
Like that, and just wait till I get the tune and get started. I get too high.
Yeah.
I walk, and then when I get ready, why, I'll give you a nod, and then you can put it on. Just leave it off.
All right.
Oft we talked of childhood joys, of tricks we used to play upon each other while at school to pass the time away. How oft for those long bright days again, when little Rosie Nell and I went swinging in the lane. And yet I'd give this world to be with Rosie Nell again. I never can forget our swinging in the lane. The boys and girls would oftentimes go fishing in the brook with spools of thread for fishing lines and bended pins for hooks. Sometimes they wished me with them, but they'd always wished in vain, for I'd rather be with Rosie Nell by Aunt rather be with Rosie Nell swinging in the lane. But soon a cloud of sorrow came. A strange young man from town was introduced to Rosie Nell by Aunt Jemima Brown. She stayed away from school next day, and the truth to me come plain. She had gone off with that old city chap swinging in the lane. Now all young ladies with tender hearts, pray take an advice from me. Don't be so quick to fall in love with every gal you see. For if you do, you sure will lose and be someday like me. Then go off with some other chap swinging in the lane. It's okay. I don't get mixed up now.
No, don't worry. Okay.
Oh, die, won't you marry me? All in your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have no shirt to put on? Away she went to the shape-maker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got them a shirt of the very, very best, and I to put it on. Die, won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have no pants to put on? Away she went to the pants-maker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got them a pair of the very, very best, and I to put them on. Die, won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have no vest to put on? Away she went to the vest-maker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got him a vest of the very, very best, and as Dicer put it on. Dicer, won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have no coat to put on? Away she went to the coat-maker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got him a coat of the very, very best, and Dicer put it on. Oh, Dicer, won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have no hat to put on? Away she went to the hat-maker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got him a hat of the very, very best, and Dicer put it on. Dicer, won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have no socks to put on? Away she went to the sock-maker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got him a pair of the very, very best, and Dicer put them on. Oh, Dicer, won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I have the wood shoes to put on? Away she went to the shoemaker shop, just as hard as ever she could run. She got him a pair of the very, very best. Oh, Dicer, put them on. Oh, Dicer, now won't you marry me? All with your pipe and drum. How could I marry such a pretty fair maid when I've a wife and no friends and children twice three, and one in the army's too many for me.
All right.
It rains, it snows, it hails, it blows, and I am wet through all my clothes. And I pray you open the door, and I pray you open the door. Oh no, that never can be, for there's no one in this cottage but me. And I pray you be gone from my door, and I pray you be gone from my door. I turned myself round, all thinking to go, and the little compassion she did show, and she called me back again, and she called me back again. That night we spent in sweet content, and the very next morning to church we went, and I made her my lawful bride, and I made her my lawful bride. Yeah, I can get it all or not.
Well, doesn't matter much. All right.
It's 9 years ago I was digging in the land with the clogs on my feet and the spade in my hand. Thinks as I to myself, what a pity for to see such a laddie buck as I digging turf on the dee, mushy doodle-dow, fall-a-diddle-day, mushy doodle-diddle-dow, fall-a-diddle-day. Turned off enough, so I did. I pulled off my clothes and shook hands with the spade, and away to the fair like some roving young blade. Well, I met Cap McGuire, and he asked me to list to me great granny hog, and he hold in your fist, mushy doodle-dow, polly-diddle-day, mushy doodle-diddle-day, polly-diddle-day. The first thing he gave me was an old horse, saddled and bridled to throw my leg across. I hopped up in the saddle and I gave him the steel, and the stiff-legged devil he run to the deal, mushy doodle-dow, polly-diddle-day, mushy doodle-diddle-day, polly-diddle-day. I rode to France, the bonny parts to see, when the summer the first thing was an old gun.
All right.
Then to the church he made me put my thumb. I put her to my shoulder, and she began to smoke, and she gave my poor shoulder one think I would poke, mushy doodle-dow, polly-diddle-day, mushy doodle-diddle-day, polly-diddle-day. Then it was the next thing he gave me was an old horse, saddled and bridled to throw my leg across. I hopped. Let's start that all over. I got it next day. We started to... wait, just leave it off, right over that.
All right.
Should I...
All right.
wait a minute, we get...
No, let's
Should
get
I,
that.
Cap McGuire, you would better retire. Lord God, she's going mad, don't you see her spitting fire, mushy doodle-dow, polly-diddle-day, mushy doodle-diddle-day, polly-diddle-day.
Don't forget it.
The next thing he gave me was an old horse, saddled and bridled to throw my leg across. I hopped up in my saddle and I gave him the steel, and the stiff-legged devil he run to the deal, mushy doodle-dow, polly-diddle-day, mushy doodle-diddle-day, polly-diddle-day. I rode over to France, the bonny parts to see, when the summer long guns the ranks they did run, when the summer long guns When the storm along on the ranks they did part, when the storm along on the ranks they did run, and the ladies all says there's a true Paddy's son, mushy too dilly do, forty diddle day, mushy too dilly diddle, forty diddle day. And that's all mixed up. I had large started over and sing it all together. Spit your gun and run him.
All right.
What?
A couple more wire.
I did put that.
No.
Yeah.
Not all of it. Not all of it.
Let's get the whole thing over and new. Get it together and
forget
get
that
it.
if you do.
No, I'll try, man.
All right.
Got it. You can
Go ahead.
It was 9 years ago when I was digging in the land with the clogs on my feet and the spade in my hand. Thinks as I to myself, what a pity for to see such a laddie buck as I digging turf on the dee, mushy doodle-do, forty diddle day, mushy doodle-diddle, forty diddle day. I throwed off my clogs and I shook hands with a spade, away to the fair like some roving young blade. Oh, I met Cap McGuire and he asked me to list, and me great granny how, give me hold of your fist, mushy doodle-do, forty diddle day, mushy doodle-diddle, forty diddle day. Said I, the first thing he gave me was an old gun. Then to electric, he made me put my thumb. I put it on my shoulder and she began to smoke, and she gave my poor shoulder one heck of a poke, mushy doodle-do, forty diddle day, mushy doodle-diddle, forty diddle day. Says I, Cap McGuire, you'd better retire. Says I,
You're a heck of a mean man.
yes. Says I, Cap McGuire, you're a heck of a mean man to put such a gun in any man's hand. Says I, Cap McGuire, you'd better retire, Lord God, she's going mad. Don't you see her spitting fire, mushy doodle-do, forty diddle day, mushy doodle-diddle, forty diddle day. I rode go to France, the pond, one across the sea, and when the storm along on the ranks they did part, when the storm along on the ranks they did run, and the ladies all says there's a true Paddy's son, mushy doodle-do, forty diddle day, mushy doodle-diddle, forty diddle day. Now I ain't lost over 6 Go ahead.
Are you going to shut her off?